Hello there and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be just trying out a palette that I've had for ages, and it's not that I forgot about it, but I wasn't quite sure how to use it. I mean, that's a really poor excuse, isn't it? Today I'm going to be trying out the Miss Jasmine palette. This was sent to me by TZ Cosmetix. It is available on Amazon for $16.99. Couldn't find it on AliExpress, and I believe that TZ Cosmetix are trying to move away from AliExpress. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that, but it wasn't available on AliExpress. So this, as I said, is the Miss Jasmine palette. I think show this a while ago, but I've not done anything with it. The reason why, right, this is the reason why. All of the shadows in the palette are shimmers. They all look beautiful, but they're all shimmers, and I think that's why I've just not reached for it, because it's kind of a bit tough when you've only got shimmers in the palette to create a full eye look. But today I just thought, well, why not just give a couple of these a go. I have already done my transition kind of work, so my lids are now ready and waiting for a beautiful shimmer to lay up on them. But I'm going to go ahead and show you the swatches, and then we're going to just move on to me trying 1, 2, 3 all of the shimmers in this palette. So anyway, onto the swatches. Okay, so for the most part, I actually think this is a palette of some beautiful shimmers. There do appear to be some different formulas within this palette. This blue one seems a little bit chunkier than some of the others. Majority of these shimmers actually feel very light, kind of. I know it sounds really strange, but just very almost invisible on your finger, almost like they've got some kind of silicone in them. There are also some duochrome shades within the palette. This one and this one look kind of pink at certain angles, like that, but then at other angles they take on a greeny tone, particularly this one. So overall I am actually very impressed and excited about the swatches. These kind of ones were quite interesting because, as I said, they feel very kind of light, on your finger, and they had a very wet look as well, you know, on the skin. But I can see lots of little glitters in the majority of these shimmers. So if you're not a fan of glitter, who are you? What are you doing with your life? Literally, no, I'm just joking. But if you're not a fan of a lot of glitter in an eyeshadow, then maybe this wouldn't be the one for you. But you know what? Let's see how these are going to look on the eye. I feel absolutely spoiled for choice here. That feels like the understatement of the century. I have no idea which I'm going to go for, but I'm kind of thinking I may go for this one because it's got a beautiful duo. Or should I go for this one? This is a pinky / green duochrome. This one is a pinky / purple duochrome. Oh gosh, literally, I do not know which one to go for. This blue one, how sensational is that? Oh, this one actually is really pretty. I think I'm going to go for this one. Why not? Okay, I'm going for that one. So to begin, I am just going to use my finger. And we can see, oh, that's nice. Okay, so I mean, let me see. Oh, I thought that was a mirror. Oh, what a dumbass I am. I thought it was a mirror. And obviously, no, it's not. Oh my gosh. Okay. I mean, it looks pretty, but it is. I mean, it just looks like glitter. I don't know how well you can see it, but it does just look like glitter on my lid. It's kind of goldy, yellowy, greeny glitter. So, okay, on to the next. Should we go for this beautiful green? No, do you know what? I'm going to go for this beautiful duochrome first. and we can see how that looks. Oh my gosh, this is nice. Oh yes. Okay, I'm liking it. Let me check in the mirror of reality. Oh, it's very glittery. It's just glitter. Like, it's glitter. Okay. So I am going to go for one of the slightly different formulas. So I'm going to go for this beautiful emerald kind of green. I'm just going to pop it on top. Are you ready, guys? Okay, let's check. Oh, feck. It's just fecking glitter. There's no kind of sense of opaqueness or metallicness. It just seems like glitter. And I love glitter any day of the week. But, like, no. So which one should we try next? Should I go for this blue one? Because the formula of that seems slightly more chunky than the others. Let's do it, guys. Oh, do you know what? I can see on my finger. It's fecking glitter. Let's see. It might not be. I mean, this one seems a bit more metallic than the rest. Shall we see? No, just fecking glitter. I thought that there was going to be like differences in formula within this palette, but so far, they all just seem to be glitter. I'm going to bring out the setting spray, because if this can't help a shimmer shadow, I just don't know what will. But so far, I don't think this is worth $16.99. Like, I just don't. I think there's better shimmers out there, which is what? It's such a shame, because the palette looks really beautiful. So, right, I'm going to go in with my brush. I'm dipping it in to the puddle of setting spray, and I'm going to dip it into the beautiful, right, this is beautiful. This swatched really, really nicely. So this is the Royal Blue shade. Do you know what? Blue and red lips. Is it a look? I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit 1970s, you know, but we're going with it. We're going to do it. I'm going to just see this through to the end. Do you know what? Out of all of the shadows that I've tried, this one seems to be the nicest, because it actually has a bit more to it than just glitter. I never thought I'd hear myself be so critical of glitter, but here we are. I mean, really. I mean, I know you could argue, well, Anwen, it's because, you know, you've used a little bit of a setting spray. So you could say, well, Anwen, maybe that's why you like this eyeshadow. Do you know what? It's beautiful. I really, really like that. I'm going to see what it would look like on the other eye, obviously without any setting spray. So I'm going to do that now. Like, let's just do it. So, okay, I'm dipping back in. That's how it looks on my finger. Absolutely beautiful. Like, why can't they all be like this? Like, why? Okay, so I'm going to go back in on this side. Yeah, it's just as beautiful. Okay, so, like, this is the shade I like from the palette. This is it. If you want a really pretty blue shimmer, then don't buy this palette for $16.99, because I don't think that's worth it. Sorry, TZ Cosmetix. Like, I feel kind of bad, because TZ Cosmetix were the first brand to, like, really send me makeup, but I know that they appreciate an honest review, and that's, you know, what I will always do. So here we are. This blue is absolutely gorgeous. Like, obviously I'm not able to actually try every single shade in the palette for obvious reasons, but I suspect that most of them would be just kind of glittery. Maybe there'd be like a couple that would be really good, but overall, like, I feel confident at this point saying that I wouldn't really recommend this palette, because I think $16.99 is rather expensive, you know. So I probably, like, I wouldn't kind of recommend this, but like, I'm really enjoying this blue. But you have to look at the palette as a whole, you know. It's an investment, and you can't just have a palette for one eyeshadow that you like. But this is gorgeous. Like, I think this blue is really pretty. It's looking more green over here because I've got the other shades on underneath it. So I'm just going to go over the top again. It still looks different, doesn't it? Oh gosh, okay. Right, so in the like outer vagina, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm just going to like put a little bit of like another shade in there, and then I will be right back. I'll probably just finish the rest of my look as well. Like, why not while I'm at it? And I'll come back to you when I'm finished. I'm going to do it. Right, okay, she is a woman with a plan. One sec. Okay, so this is the finished look. I never normally wear blues, but I really like this blue. However, we're here to review the palette as a whole. As I said, like, I've not tried every single shadow within the palette, but the majority of the ones that I did try, I didn't like because they were just glitter. I also have an issue with like just purely shimmer palettes. It's not the kind of palette that I would reach for. Generally, like, what I do is every day I'll pick a eyeshadow palette, pop it in my makeup bag, and I'll use that palette for that day. I don't want to be like messing about with two different palettes, unless obviously you had a palette with outstanding shimmers in it. Then I wouldn't mind like using it as a co-pilot palette, but generally I just want one palette and I want everything in there to create my look. So I wouldn't go out and buy an all shimmer palette. I think even if the like formula was amazing, I don't think I would buy it because I could see that I would just never reach for it. Like, I've got the Moondust palette by Urban Decay, and that's full of just like little kind of duochromy, like shimmery shadows, and I love that palette. Do I use it? No, I never reach for it. So I have a fundamental kind of issue with this palette. But if you're someone that really likes shimmers and you would not frown upon a palette full of shimmers, then you may like this. However, it's very glittery, and like, do I think that the majority of the eyeshadows within this palette are special? I'd say no, and it pains me to say this because TZ Cosmetix were the first brand to ever send me makeup. I've mentioned this before when I was giving them a bad review. Like, I feel like bad, like, and I feel a bit like shady, like giving them bad review, but at the same time I'll always be honest with you guys. And I know that TZ Cosmetix or Rick, who is like my contact, he's a really good guy, and even after I gave him a bad review, he sent me more makeup. So I think that he respects the point of view. But yeah, for £16.99 I would not recommend this. It looks spectacular, like, it looks so pretty, and I really commend TZ Cosmetix for beautiful packaging, just beautiful overall aesthetic. But no, like, not for me. But anyway, I hope that this review has given you a little bit of insight into this palette. Obviously, you know, you can make your own mind up, you may love it. But yeah, not for me, but I'm liking the look anyway. It's very different for me, a red lip and a blue eye. I'm feeling very adventurous right now with my life. Honeys will not recognise me. He'll be like, who is she? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.